1986, the neon lights, the pastel suits, and a soundtrack that still defines an entire decade. Grand Theft Auto Vice City isn't just a game, it's a time capsule. But playing it on the PS2 in 2026, that's a different story. Today we're diving back into the sun-soaked streets of the 80s to see if Tommy Vercetti's empire building still holds up, or if the cracks in the pavement are finally starting to show. The story is a classic mob cinema. You play as Tommy Vercetti, a man who just did 15 years in Liberty City for a family that clearly didn't want him back. They ship you south to Vice City to oversee a drug deal. It goes south, and suddenly you're broke, alone, and being threatened by your old boss, Sonny Forelli. The story follows a rise to power arc, heavily inspired by Scarface. You go from doing errands for sleazy lawyers and retired colonels to eventually wiping out the local drug lord, Ricardo Diaz, and moving into his mansion. It's a tight, focused narrative that feels way more personal than GTA 3. Tommy actually has a voice on here, Ray Liotta. He absolutely kills it. It makes you feel like you're playing a movie rather than just playing as a silent protagonist. The mission structure on here is where things get interesting. You start with standard hits and chases, but eventually, the game opens up into the asset phase. To reach the final mission, you have to buy up businesses like the Malibu Club or the Printworks and complete their specific mission strings to make them profitable. Then there's the side content. You've got 100 different hidden package collectibles to find, unique jumps, and rampages. The hidden packages are a must if you want that body armor and some cool weapon spawns at your hideout. Let's be real here for a second though. The missions can be fun, but some are genuinely irritating. And it all starts with the controls. On the PS2, there is no modern camera support. You're constantly, and I mean constantly, tapping L1 just to snap the camera behind Tommy so you can see where you're going. Then there's the AI. It's the ultimate coin flip. One minute you're watching a gangster walk headfirst into a wall like he's forgotten how his legs work. The next, a random goon with a Ruger has instant aimbot precision, shredding your health from 2 blocks away before you can even lock onto him. It's a frustrating mix of brain dead and supercomputer that makes some of the later shootouts feel more like luck than skill. We have to talk about the soul of this game, the soundtrack. From the second you hop onto that Faggio and Billie Jean starts playing, you're hooked. Whether it's the hair metal on V-Rock or the synth pop on Flash FM, the curation here is legendary. It's not just background noise, the music does the heavy lifting for the atmosphere of this game, making those long drives across bridges feel like a high-stakes montage. Even the fake commercials and the unhinged talk radio on K-Chat are still hilarious 20 years later. This game also has some pretty cool unlockables. If you want to survive the aimbot AI we talked about earlier, you're going to need more than just a pastel suit. You can actually buff Tommy's stats permanently if you're willing to put in the work. If you find a pizza bike and complete Pizza Boy Mission 10, your max health permanently jumps from 100 to 150. You can also track down an ambulance and finish level 12 of the paramedic missions, which is a nightmare, but it grants you infinite sprint, which is a literal lifesaver during police chases. If you're still feeling a little squishy, hop into a police car or a tank for the vigilante missions. Hitting level 12 there boosts your max armor to 150. It's a grind, most of these are, but having the extra padding makes the irritating missions we mentioned way more manageable. Despite the clunky camera and the aimbot enemies, Vice City still has an atmosphere that most modern games can't touch. It's stylish, it's brutal, and it's undeniably cool. It might not be as polished as San Andreas, but for a trip back to the 80s, it's still the king. Just maybe keep a spare controller nearby for those RC helicopter missions. I used to play this game all the time growing up during my childhood with my dad and my brother. To finally have completed it after all this time for this review, it's quite beautiful honestly. If you've never played Vice City, or haven't played in a long time, pop it in, have fun, and I'll see you next time.
Ken, I think this could be the beginning of a beautiful business relationship. After all, you're a conniving, backstabbing 2-bit thief, and I'm a convicted psychotic killer and drug dealer.
I know. Ain't it just beautiful?